Imagine this. You make the minimum payment on your credit card this month, and the next month, and the month after that. You feel in control. You think you're paying down your debt. But here's the part nobody talks about. The bank is quietly making hundreds of billions of dollars from people just like you. It sounds insane, right? But in the US alone, banks make roughly $180 billion a year from minimum payments. That's enough money to fund entire school systems, build hospitals, or even finance a small country's budget. Yet millions of people keep falling for it month after month. And it's not just the US. This same system exists in Canada, the UK, Germany, Australia, and many other countries with high-interest credit cards. So why does it happen? How does paying just a little end up costing you so much more? And most importantly, how can you break free from this trap before it's too late? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how banks profit, why they want you to stay trapped, and how to stop giving them your hard-earned money for free. Credit cards were designed to make life convenient. Swipe now, pay later, and everything seems simple. But convenience comes at a price. That price is interest. Interest is the hidden cost that slowly drains your bank account. When you only pay the minimum, the bank calculates interest on the remaining balance. That interest then compounds every month. To visualize it, think of a treadmill you can't stop. You run, you pay a little, but no matter how fast you run, you're never moving forward. That's what minimum payments feel like. Each month, a small portion of your payment goes toward the principal, and the rest covers interest. If you only pay the minimum, your debt never truly decreases. It just lingers, silently growing. And the numbers are staggering. The average credit card interest rate in the US is over 20%. That means if you owe $1,000 and only pay the minimum, it could take years to pay it off, and you might end up paying double or even triple the original amount. In some cases, a $1,000 debt can balloon to nearly $3,000 over time, and people often don't realize until it's too late. Banks know this. They depend on it. That's why minimum payments exist. They are designed to look small and manageable to you, the customer, while generating enormous profits for the bank over time. Think of it as a trap disguised as convenience. It's subtle, almost invisible, but devastating over the long term. But it's not just math. There's a psychology trick at play. People see the minimum payment, maybe $25, $50, or $100, and think, that's nothing, I'm fine. It gives a false sense of progress. Meanwhile, the bank is quietly smiling behind the scenes. They know most people won't pay off the full balance. They know most people will stay on the treadmill for years, and they've structured the card to make it easy to swipe and hard to escape. Let's consider a real example. Sarah owes $5,000 on her credit card. Her minimum payment is $100. She keeps paying $100 a month. At 20% interest, it will take her nearly 8 years to pay it off, and she'll end up paying close to $9,000 in total. That's almost double her original debt, and all the while she thinks she's doing fine. Multiply this behavior across millions of cardholders in multiple countries, and suddenly the $180 billion figure doesn't feel impossible. It's a reality. Now, it gets worse. Banks don't just sit back and wait. They actively encourage minimum payments. Statements highlight the minimum due in bold, making it the easiest thing to pay. The full balance is often hidden in tiny print at the bottom. Apps send automatic reminders for the minimum payment. Every nudge is subtle but deliberate, designed to keep you on the treadmill, trapped in the cycle. Think about it like this. Millions of people looking at their credit card statements, seeing a tiny number and thinking they're in control. Meanwhile, a giant interest blob quietly grows in the background, silently eating away at their money. That's your money being funneled straight into bank profits. And it's not just the US. Even in Canada, the UK, Germany, Australia, credit card systems are similar. Anywhere banks charge high interest and allow minimum payments, the trap exists. The longer you stay on minimum payments, the harder it is to escape. Each month, more interest accumulates. Each month, more of your payments go towards interest instead of the principal. It's a slow snowball rolling down a hill, growing bigger every month. To make it even clearer, imagine running on a treadmill with weights tied to your ankles. Every time you pay the minimum, the treadmill speeds up slightly, and the weights get heavier. You're working hard, but progress feels impossible. Or picture a blob that feeds on your monthly payments. Each swipe, each minimum payment makes it bigger until it towers over you. That's the invisible monster banks rely on. Banks are incredibly efficient at this. They don't need to chase you. Credit card marketing, automatic reminders, and apps that make you feel secure are enough to keep you trapped, and they rely on the fact that most people don't understand compound interest fully. So how do you fight back? Step 1, never settle for the minimum. Always pay more than the minimum. Even a small extra payment drastically reduces the amount of interest you pay over time. Step 2, understand the interest structure of your card. Know exactly how much of your payment goes towards principal versus interest. Step 3, consider balance transfers or low-interest alternatives. Some cards or loans allow you to pause the blob, giving you a chance to focus on shrinking your debt. It's not just about numbers. Your mindset matters. Stop thinking, I'm just paying a little. Understand that time is the enemy. Interest compounds. Every month you delay, the treadmill runs faster. Every swipe without full payment feeds the growing blob. Awareness is your first step towards control. Let's talk about a few more real-life examples. Mike, a young professional in London, racked up £3,000 in credit card debt. Minimum payment, $60 a month. He thought it was manageable, but at 19% interest, it took him over 7 years to pay it off, and he ended up paying close to $5,500 in total. Meanwhile, his bank collected $2,500 in profit from someone who only intended to borrow responsibly. That's the hidden cost of minimum payments. Or consider Emma in Toronto. She had $7,500 in debt. Minimum payments were $150 a month. She made the payments religiously, but at 22% interest, it would have taken her more than 9 years to fully pay it off. 9 years, all because she thought paying the minimum was enough. And this pattern repeats itself millions of times. Across the US, UK, Canada, Germany, and Australia, the same system is quietly profiting from everyday people. That's why the $180 billion figure isn't just a statistic, it's a reality. But here's the good news. You can fight back. The solution isn't complicated, but it requires awareness and discipline. Start by paying more than the minimum every month. Even an extra $25 or $50 can cut years off your debt repayment. Focus on high-interest debt first. Understand exactly how interest is calculated. Track your spending. Make a plan. If the debt seems overwhelming, consider alternatives. Balance transfer cards or low-interest loans can help you regain control. Consolidation may allow you to pay less interest overall. And most importantly, change the mindset that minimum payments are enough. They're not. Minimum payments are the trap. They're what keeps you on the treadmill, feeding the blob, letting banks profit while you struggle. The truth is simple. Banks profit when you pay the minimum, and they are counting on you to do it. But awareness is power. Once you understand how the system works, you can break free. You can shrink your debt. You can regain control over your financial life. Imagine the relief of seeing your debt shrink month after month. Imagine not feeling trapped by your credit cards. Take control today. Look at your statement, calculate your interest, pay more than the minimum, free yourself from the treadmill. And if you want more tips to protect your money and grow your wealth, hit subscribe and start your journey to financial freedom. The sooner you start, the sooner you can escape the invisible monster quietly feeding on your payments. Because the truth is this: banks don't just want your money, they want your habit. They want you to get used to paying the minimum every month. Don't give them that. Stop the cycle. Pay attention, take control, and never underestimate the power of knowledge when it comes to your financial life. Thanks for watching our video. Like and subscribe our channel to watch more informative videos. Don't forget to press the bell icon and get notification of newly published videos.